friends! Today we're going on a special journey to the pet store. Why are we going to the pet store? My friend Billy here needs some hay and some bedding for his cage. Now Billy's not a real guinea pig, but we can pretend. So let's sit up nice and tall, bring our hands together, rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath in. Let's see if we can rub our feet. Rub your feet, sit up tall, take a deep breath in. Wait, what's that, Billy? You want to have a ride too? Come, Billy's gonna ride on my belly. See if you can have your lovey ride on your belly and see if you can balance. Rub your hands and feet, sit up tall, take a deep breath in. Oh my goodness, Billy almost fell out, but I caught you. All right, everybody sit up nice and tall. Now, let's think about what the pet store sounds like. So, as soon as you open the door, the pet store has a very unique smell. It smells like a bunch of dog foods and cat foods and everything all mixed up together. So I'm not sure that we want to remember that kind of a smell. But there's also different sounds that you hear when you walk in. So let's sit up nice and tall, close our eyes, and imagine that we've just pulled open the door to a pet store and take in the sounds that we would hear. Maybe we hear the sounds of dogs barking. Maybe we hear the sounds of birds chirping. Maybe we hear the sounds of people talking. Everybody's busy in conversation. The animals are all talking to each other. The people are all talking to each other. It's a very busy place, this pet store. Take another deep breath in and out. And open your eyes. Now let's start looking for what we're here for. So Billy, we need to get you some bedding and some hay. So we'll start looking up and down the aisles. This looks like an interesting aisle right here. There are all these little tiny things that are moving around. In this box up here, I see worms. Can you stretch your arms out in front, lift your tushy up, and we're gonna scoot forward. And now slide your tushy back up. And now scoot forward and slide your tushy back up. And scoot forward and slide your tushy back up. That's kind of interesting. What else is in the box next to it? I hear the sound of something chirping. Sounds like crickets. Now crickets make their sound by rubbing their wings together. So let's come down onto our belly and we're going to put our feet up and our hands together and we're going to rub our own wings together. Now if you're very quiet, listen to see what your wings sound like. Do you hear that? Every cricket makes its own unique sound, and we have our own very quiet sound when we rub our hands together, don't we? Let's go around the corner, and there are some other little creatures here too. Little teeny tiny creatures like mice. Come up onto your knees. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. So for our mouse pose, mouse is a lot like child's pose. So we're going to sit up on our heels and bring our head down and mouse. What sound does a mouse make? That's right. In the same aisle where there are mice, you'll also see hamsters and gerbils. And gerbils look a lot like mice too, but they have a long tail. So we're gonna lift up our mouse pose and then put our hands right on the back of our feet so we have that long gerbil tail. Next, there's a very long, skinny, wiggly animal called a ferret. Come onto your belly. And we're gonna put our fingers out, wiggle our little ferret fingers, and we're gonna wiggle from side to side. Ferrets move very quickly, and they run and they roll, and they're always very busy. Next is another animal that to me always looks like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. It's called a chinchilla. They're super, super soft. The chinchilla has great big ears. Can you show me your chinchilla pose? Can you balance on your toes? Next comes a very interesting animal. They're never really this big, but it's a hedgehog. Hedgehogs curl up in little balls. They like to snuggle up. So can we sit back down on our heels, open up our arms, and when we're surprised, we're gonna curl up. Is it safe to come out of our ball? You wanna hide again? Is it safe to come out? Next. Billy, it looks like it's your friends. Next come the guinea pigs. The guinea pigs make lots of noise. They squeak and squeak and squeak. They're always so noisy with each other. Guinea pigs make a move called the popcorn when they're happy. You can always tell when a guinea pig is happy because they hop up in the air and they wiggle. That's our guinea pig yoga pose. So we're gonna come to our toes and our hands, and we're gonna jump up in the air and wiggle on the way down. Jump up and wiggle on the way down. Then in the next box, I see a bunny. Sounds like somebody's doing bunny breath already. We'll first do a bunny stretch. Turn sideways. And we're gonna grab our hands behind our back to make the bunny's fluffy tail. Then put your head down on your mat and stretch your arms up as high as they'll go. Take a deep breath and keep stretching your arms towards the floor. Then when you're ready, use your arms to pull you back up. We can also finish with a bunny breath. Put your hands by your ears, and we're gonna take 3 breaths in through our nose and 1 out through our mouth. Ready? As we turn the corner, it gets a little bit noisier. I hear some birds. Put one knee in front, stretch your leg behind you for the bird's long tail, and show me your wings. Good. Now, whatever we do on one side, we need to do on the other. So switch your knees. Stretch your other leg nice and long behind you and show me your wings. As we move on, there are tanks with lots of bubbles in them. What could be in those tanks? That's right, fish. So turn over onto your back. Now, For fish pose, you can put your elbows down, straighten out your legs, and then keep your chest lifted as you just put the top of your head down on the floor and make a fishy face. Before you come up, tuck your head in and then come back up. Fish also works really well if you take a big pillow, or in this case a dog, and put it behind you and let your head just hang off of it. You get the same benefits from fish pose. After we move past the fish, I see something slithering. It's our snakes. Come onto your belly. Keep your feet together. Remember, there's only one tail on a snake. And slither. Now, they wouldn't have cobras in a pet store, but let's do our full cobra pose. Lift your head up and next is the lizards. There are so many cute lizards. Let's put one elbow down and the other one. Spread your lizard fingers wide. Come up onto your toes. Now, from here, squeeze your belly in really tight. And let's take a couple steps forward and back. Next, we have our frogs. Can you come into your frog pose? Ready?
Ribbit, ribbit.
And turtles. Hide your head in your turtle shell. And then finally, we have cats.
Meow, meow.
Can you lift up your crooked cat tail?
Meow, meow.
And dogs.
Woof, 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 woof.
We can even do a stretch and an upward dog. Upward dog looks like cobra, except we're pressing the tops of our feet into the mat. Stretch and howl.
Oh.
Come on back. Sit up nice and tall. I think we've seen everything there is to see in the pet store. Take a big deep breath in and out. Lay down on your mat. Stretch your legs out. Pick one of your loveys to rest on your belly. Take a big deep breath in and out. And in and out. And notice how your back feels against the floor. Now wiggle your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Think a happy thought and say, I love me. Now, turn to your friends who you were practicing with and say, I love you. And thank you as well for all of my sound effects today. And thank you for practicing with me today. Bring your hands together. Rub your hands. Sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. Om. Namaste, namaste. We are here to say, you are special, I am special. Namaste. Namaste. Peace in your day. May God's love be with you today and always. Bye, friends.